What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE, Nintendo Switch, and gaming news video. Today we have a lot of topics to go over, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Dragon Ball FighterZ adds Krillin and Piccolo to the mix. Plus, we've got Control Chibi characters in the online mode. So Krillin and Piccolo are playable characters in Dragon Ball FighterZ, the latest issue of V-Jump magazine has revealed. Here are the details. Piccolo has a power of 3, speed of 2, reach of 4, technique of 4, and energy of 3. Piccolo has technical skills such as extending his arms to grasp his opponent and charge techniques. He has a variety of methods to break the opponent's guard. He can fire beams at super high speeds. By long pressing the buttons, he can charge up for a stronger attack. He also has a technique that fires a ki blast to deal great damage. When connecting from a combo, it will deal even greater damage. Now let's move on to Krillin here. Krillin has a power of 2, speed of 3, reach of 1, technique of 4, and energy of 4. Krillin has low power and reach, but can use a variety of techniques. He can even use a Kamehameha, meaning fighting from a distance should not be a problem. He can use skills to confuse the enemy, such as the after image technique, which leaves behind an image of Krillin before turning into an attack. He can also use Destructo Disc, which is impossible to guard against. After firing ki blasts, Krillin can alter his trajectory and have them explode in the sky to shoot out multiple ki blasts. The magazine also reveals that players will be able to control chibi characters in the online mode, similar to the online system in Guilty Gear XRD series, and that those chibi characters will be able to battle against each other. Previously announced playable characters include Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Cell, Frieza, Majin Buu, and Trunks. Dragon Ball FighterZ is due out for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC in early 2018. A closed beta is scheduled for this summer, with registration opening on July 26th, and the developers have also said that they have definitely heard the fan feedback when it comes to a Nintendo Switch version of the game, so expect there to be one as far as a port goes after the PS4 and Xbox One versions are released. Now, this game is looking to be awesome. Obviously, Arc System Works knows what they're doing. I've been recently incorporating Dragon Ball FighterZ coverage into everything because I think this game is going to be really good. The people who have done this, they really know how to make games. Like, this is not like just some offshoot company. Arc System Works is very talented when it comes to fighting games. They know how to make sure that they take whatever lore they're working on, or if it's brand new lore that they're doing, they take that and they cultivate it. And that's exactly what they're doing with Dragon Ball FighterZ. They're staying true to the source material, but they're adding in their own flair and touch. I've never seen a fighting game like this detailed when it comes to being based off of something else, like another license, right? We've seen a lot of licensed fighting games before. We've seen Pokken Tournament, which is not necessarily a normal fighting game when it comes to the source material, right? We've seen tons of other fighting games, but this is probably the most closest to the lore that I've seen in quite some time, maybe even ever. So I'm super hyped for Dragon Ball FighterZ. I think there's going to be a lot more character reveals. Got Piccolo, Krillin, they showed off the first gameplay of Trunks just recently, and this is going to be a pretty nice fighting game. I think it's going to do very well for Arc System Works, Bandai Namco holding the license for the Dragon Ball series and everything, so let's see how it works out. But what are you most excited for when it comes to Dragon Ball FighterZ? Are any of you guys big Piccolo or Krillin fans? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Hyper Light Drifter creator is looking into a potential Nintendo Switch version. So Hyper Light Drifter was originally set to come to the Wii U, but the Wii U ended up flopping and obviously being discontinued, so they decided not to bring it to that system. However, it does seem like the Nintendo Switch could be getting Hyper Light Drifter, which is a rogue style action game. So here is what Alex, or is it ALX, Preston had to say on Twitter when a fan asked him, like, hey, what's going on? Can we get Hyper Light Drifter on the Nintendo Switch? And he had to say this: looking into it. So it does seem like Hyper Light Drifter could be coming to the Nintendo Switch, especially with how easy it is to port over these type of games, these smaller indie games from PC to the Nintendo Switch. I think that they're probably already in the first phases of getting this game out on the Nintendo Switch, especially since they've seen how much success indie developers have had on the system. So that's why he said looking into it. Looking into it could definitely mean that they're more past the process as far as getting validation, making sure they get their dev kits, and getting everything going. And I would expect to see Hyper Light Drifter on the Nintendo Switch probably by the end of the year or maybe even early 2019. I think Hyper Light Drifter will be announced or pretty much being released on the Nintendo Switch. I don't think it's going to take them too long that they decide to do it, but yeah, they're definitely looking into it, and I would love to have this game. Hyper Light Drifter was one of those games that I really wanted to play on the Wii U, but of course all that happened, and I ended up playing a little bit on the PC, but I'd be more than down to play a portable version of the game. So let me know what you guys think about this article. You excited for Hyper Light Drifter potentially coming to Nintendo Switch? I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Alright, I'm moving into the next article here. Koei Tecmo has detailed the main cast, servants, pre-order bonuses, and the European limited edition for Knights of Azure 2 on the Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PS Vita, as far as only in Japan for PS Vita. So, Koei Tecmo shared some new information, some screenshots of Knights of Azure 2, Bride of the New Moon, the main cast and everything, so let's get into it. So, the characters: when the evil moon threatens humanity, the young priestess Liliana is destined to become the bride of time, a sacrifice to save the world. This brings her two best friends at odds, and during their altercation, Alucia, the protagonist, is killed by a mysterious demon. Alucia is resurrected sometime later as half-demon hybrid and still struggling to come to terms with her new abilities. Set off to the ruined city of Arulium, I probably said that wrong, the girl's hometown, to discover Ruthheld battling swarm of fiends. Reunited beyond all hope, the pair decides to put aside their differences and fight for a joint cause, to save Liliana and defeat the Moon Queen. Then there's also servants. Human companions are not only the ones to help in the war against the Moon Queen, as Alucia is also able to forge contracts with the reliable fiends known as servants. And there's a bunch of them more that are detailed if you check out the link in the description below, plus the pre-order bonuses here to showcase Alucia's trusted companions and offer a deeper look into the game's dark, treacherous world. Koei Tecmo released an all-new trailer and a rich selection of new assets, including images of the bonus DLC available to those who pre-ordered Knights of Azure 2, Bride of the New Moon on both the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 versions of the game via participating retailers. Specifically, pre-orders will receive a special pack of bonus content that includes 3 servants and a special costume for Alucia. Players who purchase the game digitally via the PlayStation Network within the first 4 weeks following the launch will receive an exclusive custom theme as well as the bonus DLC provided by the retailers. Pre-ordering the upcoming Gust Studios titles Blue Reflection and Knights of Azure 2 will unlock special collaboration costumes for both games. Hinako outfit from the Blue Reflection and Hinako of Blue Reflection will receive Alucia's outfit from Knights of Azure 2. Players can obtain the DLC bonuses from both games either through pre-ordering through retail versions and or purchasing each title digitally during their respective early purchase periods. And then also there's a European limited edition as well, so you can check out details of that. Knights of Azure 2 Bride of the New Moon will launch on the PlayStation 4, PS Vita, and Nintendo Switch in Japan on August 31st, and for the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC on October 24th in North America and October 27th in Europe. And they have the new screenshots and everything there. I'm actually really looking forward to this. It seems like Koei Tecmo and Gust have really taken the time to enhance this sequel over the original one, because Knights of Azure 1 on the PS4, I thought it was a good game, but it felt a little flat in some areas. But I think Knights of Azure 2 is coming back pretty strong with what they're doing there. I've seen some of the gameplay from the live streams and everything. It seems like it has a little bit more contact, like when you strike and you hit enemies. The audio, the visuals, everything has been improved over the first one. So I'm definitely looking forward to this one on the Nintendo Switch, being able to play it anywhere I want. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And they do have the pre-order bonuses and everything kind of set up for the Nintendo Switch version of the game as well, in addition to the PS4. And if you're in Japan, I'm not even sure if you can import the one from Japan. I mean, I know the PS Vita is region free, so we need to find out if that is something that people want to do as far as the PS Vita version in other areas, if it is in English or whatever languages. But even still, PC, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and the Americas, that's pretty good. So I'm looking forward to this game quite a bit. I think it's going to do well, especially if it turns out pretty decent in reviews, 7s, 8s, stuff like that. I think it can definitely do well, and we could get another one. And of course, Koei Tecmo can support the Nintendo Switch. So if you're interested in action RPGs and you want to make sure that Koei Tecmo continues supporting and we continue to get games, make sure you check out Knights of Azure 2 and at least buy it, at least not at launch, that's fine. Get it when there's a discount, you know, get it when it gets a little bit cheaper down the line. Don't just forget about the game. So I'm looking forward to this one because I did enjoy Knights of Azure 1 on the PS4. Let me know what you guys think about this title in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle developer discusses the music, leaks, and inspiration for the title. So this following information does come from a game industry interview with Ubisoft's Milan's creative director David Solani, you know, the dude that was crying, yeah, that's him, and game composer Grant Kirkhope. So I'm not going to go over everything, but I wanted to talk about one particular part, which also kind of made me just a little bit upset when people were kind of trashing on it. But let's go ahead and get into what Solani had to say regarding the game's multiple leaks that we saw. Quote, "When the game leaks, no one is happy. Also, let's be honest, the reaction at the beginning was not skeptical. It was a little bit worse than that. It was quite hard on the team's morale to read some of those comments. I asked for Grant's opinion since he was way more experienced than me. Do you think they will love it? Do you think they will hate us? Do you think that we've done everything wrong?" I was very, very worried because, you know, people on the internet can be very, very, very harsh. So this is definitely something that I can agree upon with him. When I first heard about this game, when I first saw what was going on and I talked about it, I thought it looked great. Like, people didn't see the game at first. Even like when people were talking about the rumors and everything, everyone was just saying, man, this is stupid, it's not gonna work, blah, blah, blah. And I saw the game at that point. Like, I saw assets and I was like, no, it can actually work. I think it can actually be pretty cool because it's a genre that's really hard to mess up with the strategy RPG, right? It's really hard to mess that up. Put a bunch of different characters in there, you have some weapons, and just make it the turn-based strategy and make it fun. I mean, I don't think it's really hard to mess that genre up in my opinion. So I was trying to tell people, no, I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be solid, and other people were not convinced, even just based on the concept. Now, when the actual art leaked and everything, people even got more vicious with their attacks. A lot of people saying, I don't think this is going to be fun. I've seen it before. It doesn't sound fun. It doesn't look fun. It's not going to do anything. And I was just like, man, are you guys serious here? Like, it's a strategy RPG here. How can it not look fun or be fun even after people saw the leaks? And people were very, very harsh on it, calling it stupid, saying the game was going to flop, saying that nobody was going to want this. And it even got really bad, like basically cussing out Ubisoft. People kind of went off. Not everyone. I'm not trying to vilify everyone out there who talked about it, but there was a lot of negative comments about it. And I thought that the game was going to be good from the very beginning, just because when I thought about it and when I thought like strategy RPG, like I said, it's hard to mess that up. It's really hard to mess that up, especially with all the good examples of strategy RPGs like Fire Emblem and XCOM and multiple games out there that have just done it right. So that's why I felt that it was going to be a good game, and we saw the game in action. We've seen multiple interviews and developer diaries and all that stuff, and the game is solid. People who have played it, it's a solid game. It's not the greatest thing in the world. It's not going to be Super Mario Odyssey or anything like that, but it's definitely going to be a very good game that's going to sell well and do well for Nintendo and Ubisoft. So I understand where he's coming from. I understand there was a lot of negativity and that kind of put a damper on the team's morale, but I think they just had to kind of just suck it up, wait for the E3 reveal, wait till people actually see it in action, see how beautiful the game looks, see the combat, see the type of variety, and I think people will change their minds, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm glad people were able to reverse their decisions. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on all of our social media. It really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier, be entered in to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We'll have Splatoon 2 on Friday. We have ARMS and so much more. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you Ninja for the next video. Peace.